don't recommend that you work with your husband, because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
If you thought the Wendy Williams saga was over, think again, honey. This is Spill News, where the tea boils over and burns everyone in its path. Picture this: Sharina Hudson, the infamous mistress who shattered Wendy's world, now turning the knife on her own baby daddy, Kevin Hunter. She's allegedly dangling bombshell evidence that could expose how Kevin kept Wendy hooked, literally, on her own show for years, all to squeeze every last dime from her empire. We're talking spiked tea, delusional episodes, and a plot straight out of a thriller. Wendy Williams herself, the queen of hot topics, reduced to a pawn in her husband's greedy game? The internet is exploding. Kevin's finally getting his karma. One fan tweeted, while another gasped, "Sharina's spilling? This is revenge served ice cold." If you were in Wendy's shoes, betrayed by the man you built an empire with, watching his side chick threaten to air your dirtiest laundry, what would you do? Fight back? Disappear? The streets are buzzing, and you won't believe the twists. The internet couldn't handle it, and neither will you. Let's dive deep into this mess, because trust me, it gets uglier, messier, and more shocking from here. Buckle up, Spill News fam. This one's about to detonate. Okay, Spill News fam, let's rewind this tape, because you can't understand the explosion happening right now without knowing how this whole toxic triangle even got started. We're talking about Sharina Hudson. Yes, the same woman who slid into Kevin Hunter's life like a wrecking ball while he was still married to Wendy Williams, the queen of daytime tea. Back then, Sharina wasn't some random side piece. She was the sparkler girl in the club, the one popping bottles and flashing smiles at ballers. Wendy herself spilled it years ago in that raw interview. She made herself very available to him, very disrespectful to me. Child, the shade was biblical. Kevin Hunter? He was Wendy's manager, her rock, her everything, or so we thought. They built the Wendy Williams show from the ground up, turning her radio fire into TV gold. But behind the scenes, Kevin was living a double life. Reports say the affair with Sharina stretched back years. Some whispers even claim a decade. While Wendy was on air clapping back at everyone else, her own husband was allegedly building a secret family. And in 2017, the bomb dropped. Photos surfaced of Kevin and Sharina looking way too cozy. Wendy addressed it on her show with that signature side-eye. There is a hot place in hell for people who break up marriages. She didn't name names, but we all knew. The internet lost it. Memes everywhere. Kevin who became the punchline. Fast forward to the divorce in 2020. Wendy finally cut the cord after 22 years, but Kevin walked away with a fat alimony deal, $37,500 a month, plus child support vibes, even though their son Kevin Jr. was grown. And guess who benefited? Sharina and their daughter, Journey. Wendy's checks were basically funding the new family Kevin built while still legally tied to her. Sarcasm aside, nothing screams loyalty like using your ex-wife's money to bankroll your mistress's lifestyle. Sharina opened businesses left and right, a massage kiosk in a North Carolina mall, a jewelry and clothing line called Vish, even a vegan venture, all funded by Wendy's empire. Wendy once called her out. Less than smart, moved to the big city with bright lights, wanted to be a model. Brutal, but accurate? Those ventures flopped one after another. Kevin even bought her a house just miles from Wendy's spot, with Wendy's money. The audacity. But here's where the red flags start waving like crazy. Kevin wasn't just cheating. Insiders claim he was controlling Wendy's world to keep the cash flowing. Word on the street, and this is where it gets dark, was that as Wendy talked about ditching TV for radio post-divorce, Kevin panicked. The industry is small, honey. Word travels. So, allegedly, he teamed up with production to keep her compliant. Not sober, not sharp, just medicated enough to sit in that chair, read the cue cards, and keep the ratings alive. That daily tea Wendy sipped on air? The one she'd dunk her bag in herself, but never poured the water? Yeah, production handled that part. And Kevin supposedly knew every detail. Fans started noticing. Wendy looking out of it, slurring slightly, that infamous fall in the green suit. People said it was the side effects kicking in. She even joked on air once, "If you're gonna put a pill in my tea, at least stir it so I can't see the residue. I'm not drinking that." The audience laughed, but was it really a joke? Or a cry for help? Then came the wellness check at her house. Kevin allegedly accused of poisoning her. A coincidence? Or part of the bigger plan to keep her dependent, keep her working, keep those alimony checks rolling in to support his new life? Sharina? She was allegedly in the know. Close enough to the inner circle to hear the whispers, see the setup. She played the happy homemaker while Wendy spiraled. But karma doesn't sleep. Wendy's show ended. The money slowed, then stopped. Kevin's alimony got slashed when Wendy wasn't earning full salary in her final season. Court filings show he got overpaid by $112,500. Her guardian Sharina wanted it back with interest. Kevin's broke now. Lawsuits piling up. UBS bank chasing credit card debt, loans on luxury cars through some shady flex wealth company, even selling the house he shared with Sharina. The well dried up. And Sharina? She thought she secured the bag. Cut off her family in South Carolina, ignored holidays, burned bridges because she had Kevin and Wendy's money. Her uncle even went on record. She's a strong girl. She should know right from wrong. But now, reports say she's back home, crawling to the family she ghosted. Broke, hiding, allegedly dumped, or on the verge. Kevin can't provide. He's filing motions left and right to vacate the settlement, claiming Wendy hid money, using affidavits from her friend Regina Shell about bank meetings. But the counterpunch? Sharina says Kevin's the one who owes. So Kevin's desperate. Sharon is furious. And the one card she holds? Everything she allegedly knows about how they kept Wendy doped up, delusional, and on air. The tea spiking, the fall, the producer, who tragically took his life after the show ended, officially over budget theft, but whispers say he knew too much and couldn't live with it. But what came next, even his enemies didn't expect. Right where we left off, Kevin scrambling, Sharina seething, and that powder keg of evidence sitting right in her lap. Word exploded across the blogs and TikTok. Sharina Hudson is threatening to spill it all. Not just petty drama, full receipts on how Kevin orchestrated Wendy's downfall to keep the gravy train rolling. Leaked DMs are circulating, or so the streets say. Anonymous sources dropping voice notes. Fake screenshots of texts where Sharina allegedly tells a friend, "He thinks I'm staying quiet forever? Nah, I got proof." The tea wasn't just tea. The internet couldn't believe it. One viral tweet. Sharina turning on Kevin? Poetic justice or straight revenge? Either way, I'm seated. Let's break down the main scandal because this ain't gossip. This is alleged criminal-level messy. According to the whispers Sharina's ready to weaponize, Kevin didn't just cheat. He allegedly masterminded a scheme with production execs to medicate Wendy subtly. Just enough benzos or whatever cocktail to make her foggy, emotional, unpredictable on air, but still functional. Ratings stayed high because Crazy Wendy was must-see TV. That green suit fall? Not just clumsiness, side effects from whatever was in the cup. And Sharina? She knew. She was in the house Kevin bought with Wendy's alimony, raising their daughter while Wendy fought for her life. Fans reacted like wildfire. Blogs posted side-by-side clips. Wendy slurring in 2018 versus her sharp radio days. They drugged her for profit. One Reddit thread exploded with thousands of upvotes. Inner Circle leaks claimed production had a Wendy protocol. Tea prepped off camera, no one else touching it. Wendy even called it out live. "Y'all putting something in my tea again?" The audience laughed it off as her humor. But now, chills. Then, the producer's suicide. Official story. He stole budget money, couldn't handle the guilt. But the timing? Right after Wendy left the show. Conspiracy TikToks went viral. He was gonna talk. They silenced him. No proof, but the dots connect in the darkest way. And that 2019 wellness check? Police at Wendy's door over poisoning fears. Kevin in the hot seat. He denied it, but Sharina allegedly had texts, maybe even photos from back then, showing she was looped in. Public backlash hit Kevin hard. Old interviews resurfaced, where he played the devoted husband. Sarcastic commentary flooded in, because nothing screams family man like drugging your wife to pay for your side chick's failed businesses. Sharina's Instagram, before it went private, used to flex luxury, now crickets. Reports say she's in debt, credit cards maxed, foreclosure looming. Kevin? Hit with more lawsuits. He tried to sue the show producers for wrongful termination, lost big in appeals court in 2025. His $7 million dream? Reversed. He's broke, begging courts to reopen Wendy's settlement, claiming fraud. But her team fired back. He was unjustly enriched. Sharina's breaking point? Kevin can't pay child support consistently. Their daughter journey caught in the crossfire. Word is Sharina dumped him, or he dumped her, right after Wendy won key court rounds, freeing up her finances. One fake news headline went mega viral. Sharina joins Wendy to sue Kevin for every last dollar. Exaggerated? Maybe. But the streets ate it up. Anonymous sources claim Sharina sent Kevin a final text. Pay up or I talk. All of it, the tea, the pills, the plan. He allegedly laughed it off at first. Big mistake. The threat isn't just words. Sharina's got alleged evidence. Old emails, maybe a voice memo from Kevin bragging about keeping Wendy in line, photos of the tea setup, even witness names from production who might flip if subpoenaed. Blogs are buzzing with leaked reports. One claimed she has a burner phone full of 2018 to 2019 convos proving complicity. The internet split. Some say Sharina's a victim too, groomed by Kevin's promises. Others? She helped ruin Wendy. Now she's mad the money's gone? Bye. But just when we thought the revenge plot was peaking, another name surfaced. That name? Wendy Williams herself. In the midst of Sharina's alleged threats, whispers started that Wendy, still under guardianship, still fighting to regain control, was quietly cheering from the sidelines. Mind you, this is the woman Sharina helped destroy. Yet recent court twists have Wendy winning rounds, guardianship challenges, financial probes showing Kevin overpaid. In interviews like that Breakfast Club sit-down, Wendy sounded sharp. Do I seem cognitively impaired? No. She called out the restrictions, can't leave, can't have visitors freely. But she hinted at bigger battles she can't discuss yet. Is Sharina's spill part of it? The aftermath is brutal. Sharina's emotional collapse is real. Reports say she's hiding, back in South Carolina with family who once blamed her for the toxic divorce. Regret? Probably. She thought Kevin was the come-up. Instead, he left her broke and exposed. Kevin's downfall is slower but savage. Debts mounting, cars repossessed vibes, house sold. No more luxury. He's allegedly begging Wendy indirectly through motions, still chasing her fortune. But Wendy's guardian Sabrina isn't playing, demanding that $112,500 back plus interest. Mental toll on everyone? Massive. Wendy passed capacity tests, perfect scores, yet still waits on evaluations controlled by others. Fans rally. Free Wendy. Petitions circulating. Sharina? From club girl to alleged whistleblower. If she drops the evidence, texts, audio, whatever, it could trigger investigations. Production execs sweating. Kevin facing potential fraud or worse claims. One viral comment summed it. Karma came late, but she came hard. Unexpected comeback? Wendy plotting her return, radio. Maybe a tell-all book. She's questioning everything. Why am I still under this? Sharina's revenge might accidentally help her, or destroy them all. Final betrayal twist. Some say Kevin's trying to flip the script, running back to Wendy, apologizing, claiming Sharina's lying for money. One YouTube title blew up. Sharina begs Kevin to return after he runs to Wendy. True? Unconfirmed. But the cycle of betrayal continues. She vanished without a trace, but the secret stayed. And honey, they're about to blow wide open. Phew. If your head isn't spinning after that roller coaster, check your pulse. Sharina Hudson threatening to drop Wendy Williams level bombs on Kevin Hunter? This isn't just drama. It's a full circle reckoning. From spiked tea to broken promises, ruined lives, and revenge served colder than Wendy's famous side eye. The question burning everyone's lips. Will Sharina actually spill? Or is this the final bluff in a game where everyone already lost? What do you think? Is Sharina the villain turned victim, or just another opportunist mad the check stopped? Would Wendy ever team up with her? Even indirectly? Drop your hottest takes in the comments below. I read every single one, and the juiciest get pinned. If you believe Kevin deserves every bit of this karma, smash that like button so the algorithm knows we need more truth bombs. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because Spill News is locked in. This story is far from over. More leaks, more court updates, more receipts dropping any day now. Stay messy, stay woke, and remember, in Hollywood, the tea always finds a way to boil over. See you in the next one. Fam peace.